A few weeks ago, HeadRush dropped one of the biggest quality of life updates for the Prime. And if you use drop tune, vocals, looping, or build rigs live, this changes a lot. Today I'm installing firmware 5.0.1, showing what's new and actually demoing what it sounds like inside real rigs.
Raise the lights, watch him bend the night into a vision. He's the architect of echo, stitching sound with precision. When the world begins to fracture, he turns static into fire. Vine trick moves the air around you like a choir.
What's up everyone, Hyper here from Vintric Media, and if you're rocking a HeadRush Prime, Core, or Flex Prime, firmware 5.0.1 just landed and it's way more than a bug fix. We're getting a full onboard drum machine, Tidal Integration, new amps, and better pitch tracking, and some killer workflow upgrades. I'm going to show you what's new, how it actually feels in a rig, and whether this update is worth installing. So 5.0.1 is mostly a polish update, but the big deal here is drop tune is finally behaving on clean tones, and you can choose between the old algorithm and a new refined one. Alright guys, so you guys just heard a riff on the drop tune, either as what you call a dry line or a DI line. That's just the guitar into the modeler, drop tune on, going straight out into my FRFR speakers or my studio monitors. Up next, what you're going to hear is an altered line where there is amps, there is effects. The first run is going to be with the drop tune off. The second run will be with the drop tune on refined, and the third with drop tune on legacy. Let's check that out now. Alright, so we're going to go off script a little bit here, and I'm going to do this because I'm not a content creator or one of these YouTubers that's just going to sit here and talk about a product that works well, and I'm not going to give you the negatives and the positives. So in my personal opinion on the refined, the new algorithm, it's ass. It's still not great, I don't think. I went back and listened to the videos, even have it on my listening to it through the HeadRush speakers, also listening to it through my studio monitors. I still hear artifacts. There's still artifacts in the refined version. It also almost seemed like there was a little bit of latency on the drop tune as well. And maybe I'm not digging deep enough into it. Maybe I didn't spend enough time with it. But I know that at face value, I showed you guys multiple types of signals, and I tested it even more here in the studio. I gave you guys a DI line, and I tried that with a 6-string passive pickup. I tried it with a 7-string active pickups with Fishmans. I gave you a dry line. I gave you a line with both guitars, passive and active, with amps and effects. And we tried it with drop tune on and off, and I tried it on the refined and the legacy variants. And I will say, like, I still hear artifacts. The riff I played, or the run, wasn't necessarily complicated. It was a run in 6/8 with a lot of motion. There was a lot of notation in there, and I did that purposefully because I wanted to see how the drop tune would behave. And frankly, I could hear some variances where, and some differences where it was working really well, but there was a lot where there was also artifacts. And if you guys go back and listen, if you have headphones on, there are some areas in the videos where you could still hear artifacts popping through. Personally, I think it could be a little bit better. I'm going to spend more time with it. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. If you guys have any comments or give me suggestions on how to utilize it a little bit better, please let me know. Other than that, let's move on to the next segment of the video. Next up, we're talking about the drum machine, and this is honestly wild. The Prime now has a full drum machine built in, not just a metronome, but real kits with real grooves, fills, and transitions you could trigger with your feet. Right out of the get-go, you get 16 kits with 134 styles across 15 different genres, which include fills, transitions, endings, accent, plus mute, foot switch with looper integration. That is crazy. All right, guys. So before we moved on to the next section, I wanted to demo the drummer and the drum rig side of the HeadRush Prime, and I essentially wanted to use show you guys the hands-free mode, or utilizing it just with feet. I'm going to be using my phone camera for this, so hopefully you guys can see everything okay still. But the footage is going to be coming from my phone, and then audio, both on the microphone side and on the HeadRush Prime side, are going to be going straight. So you guys are going to be hearing that through an audio console, so you get a good reference. But if we just dive right in real quick, if you hold down looper, it pulls up a whole new section. On the top left, you see drums, practice tool. Oh, whoops. Yep, look at me making mistakes. So if you hit it, you can see drums, practice, metronome, and your mic draw and lock and unlock. We just tap drums. You can see we get into the drum section of the HeadRush Prime, the drum machine section of the HeadRush Prime. So top left, going left to right, we got kick up, kit down. This will be kit selection, the style of that kit, the variations up and down. Then we got obviously a lot like the practice tool. We got play, hit, and accent, which is essentially just a kick and crash. You know, the restart and the looper. This will take you to the looper and then peeling that. So I'm going to get off this microphone right now, and I'm just going to hit play, and we're going to mess around with it a little bit. And hopefully you guys can get a good gist of the drum machine and how it works. So up next on this update, we have Tidal Integration, and this is cool. Another super awesome feature that they've added with the new update. If you practice, teach, stream, or learn songs fast, this is huge. You can pull tracks from Tidal directly into the Prime, slow them down, change keys, and loop problem sections. That is impressive. Just another key feature with the update. All right, guys, so we're back at it again with the iPhone camera. I wanted to go a little bit more into detail on Tidal and integrating that into the HeadRush Prime and how that works, because even though the update's been out for a while and I'm putting this video out a little bit late, there are some things that you may or may not know about the Tidal integration, and I just don't want to leave you guys hanging. The biggest and main thing is don't expect to integrate Tidal and have access to free music and songs to learn, because that's not how it works. Secondly, only just recently has Tidal been a software that is catering to other aspects of musicianship other than DJs. So, and thirdly, there is a paywall and there is a subscription services. So I'm gonna zoom this in real quick, and hopefully you guys can see everything, and you'll be able to pay attention and whatnot, and it'll be good and all right. I'm actually gonna bring the brightness down a little bit so we can focus on the screen, but I'm gonna show you guys how to get Tidal set up on the HeadRush Prime, and then we're gonna look over the website and the subscription services. So we're going to start with hands-free, just so I could show you guys. To get to Tidal integration, you just go to the top left there, and you just select practice tool from the settings and load up practice tool. But we're going to go hands-free because, you know, HeadRush pushes that a lot. So, you know, if you hold down your top right button, bam, we go into practice tool. Okay, so we've got the practice tool loaded up. How you integrate Tidal is you'll go down to the bottom left, and it'll where it says add track to get started, you will press that. You can see here I've actually already got Tidal set up, but I'm going to cancel out of this real quick. We're going to log out because I'm going to restart all of it. So essentially what happens is you'll go to the bottom left tab and it'll say Tidal integration. And what's going to happen is you're going to want to go onto Tidal's website. You're going to create an account and you're going to put in this link, and it's going to ask you to put in this code. You're going to put that code in and it will integrate into the HeadRush Prime. So if I do that real quick, okay, you can see that we are in and we have integrated Tidal into the HeadRush Prime. And obviously you're going to have like many choices. You have my playlist, my collection, featured genres, moods, and then Tidal Rising. Tidal Rising is essentially new artists. You might have some free stuff in there, but it's really simple. If we just go up to the search bar, for example, and let's say I want to put in, like, I've already looked for it. Well, I've already searched Bad Omens, but let's do something different like Carnival or Dream Theater. Bam. So we search Carnival. You can see that the Themata's on there. All It Takes is on there. Simple Boy, New Day, and that's not all of them. That, like, every song ever is on there, and it's like that for a ton of artists. So that's how you integrate Tidal. Essentially what you would happen if you want to get into the practice tool, and lo and behold, let's just say I select Aeons and I load it. Bam. Your current subscription level is insufficient to use Tidal on this device. This is the paywall. So you have to sign up for a monthly subscription service through Tidal to be able to use these songs and integrate them into your HeadRush Prime. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to move over to the website real quick and I'm going to show you guys those subscription services. So very quickly, I wanted to show you guys what Tidal looks like on the back side, the actual website, after you get the HeadRush Prime integrated and after you load up a song and it says, your subscription is not blah, 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 you need to do something else. This is that something else. So in saying that, this is the paywall. You have to physically have a monthly, maybe a yearly subscription. You do have access to a free trial. I do not know how long that free trial is, but you do have to have a subscription plan for Tidal, and you have 3 to choose from. So you could choose a student. It's $6 a month. You could choose to have the DJ extension. You could have a family plan for 17 bucks a month. Or you could have the individual plan for $11 a month, and that also gives you access to the DJ extension if you would like to have it. The fourth thing that we're going to be going over on the 5.0.1 update is new amps and effects, and we've got several new ones. We got new revolver amps, boutique style overdrives, and some serious pitch tracking improvements, especially for vocals and harmony. Some of these include the 25-on-1 clean, clunch, and lead channel for the amp side, a Jimmy overdrive, a Palace overdrive, uptune, improved drop tune, and better vocal harmony tracking. All right, guys, last but not least, before we get to the last section of this video, we're going to be going over workflow upgrades, or what I like to call creator stuff. This is stuff that creators love. Faster editing, better control, less menu diving during streams and gigs. Some of the stuff they've added and or changed has been a block mix, wet and dry, auto engage, expression, HeadRush Cloud via remote, and the dry mic toggle on tuner. Okay guys, so the first thing I'm going to do is show you how to access the HeadRush Cloud from HeadRush Remote. So we're going to switch this cam over real quick. You guys can see that I got the HeadRush Local pulled up, or HeadRush Remote pulled up. You can see on the left side over here, if I actually move over, it looks like we're not getting my mouse. There we are. You can see on the left we have the HeadRush insignia, edit rig, setlist, and cloud. If you click this, this is the HeadRush Cloud. Blah blah blah. It's gonna find your pull your IP real quick. Essentially, what's gonna happen is you're gonna go connect to HeadRush Cloud. It's gonna take you to this screen. And you gotta put in your email and password, and from here you're into the cloud. You could upload songs and certain parameters of the HeadRush Prime and any of the HeadRush products straight to the cloud from HeadRush Remote. All right, guys, up next we have the block mix parameter. This controls the wet and dry signals of your ins and outs on specific blocks. So you can see I've got the HeadRush Remote pulled up real quick. I'm on the 25.1 preset that we were demoing earlier. You can, if I just click on a block real quick and we go to the top right here, you can see down here it says block mix 0 to 100%. This bar controls your wet dry mix of your ins and outs. This also exists on every single block as long as you have something on it. And let's just say how much I appreciate having a 3-band EQ on everything now. I just think that's really cool. Okay, so next up, we're going to talk about the auto engage expression. This also works for volume pedals as well, and it lives in the assign section tab. So you can see we don't have a wah, we don't have any volume. I'm gonna go to this last block right here. We're gonna come down to wah and filter. I'm just gonna grab a black wah, put it on default. We are going to go to the top right corner here and go to assign. You can see that there's this, I've already had it set up, but you can see normally if you don't have it set up yet, your mode would be on classic or advanced, but you're going to go all the way to the bottom and you're going to engage auto engage. And obviously you still have parameters depending how open or closed you want your wah to be. And then the off position could be your toe up, so the pedal up, or toe down. Or you can just choose to stop it. So we're going to do toe up. Then we're going to exit out of this, and I'm going to put my foot on my wah on the HeadRush Prime, and you guys will see the wah down here turn on and off. If I move my camera here, for those of you that use the HeadRush Remote, you can see we have the on and off button right here. So I'm going to go ahead and move this. Bam. You can see that there's a little bit of latency, so I would suggest, like, don't throw it. Be gentle. Treat it like a baby, you know, caress, hug, love it. Don't shake it violently. So this is the end of the video, guys. And the one thing that I need or have to say is the update worth it? Yes, it is. Minus what I think is the drop tune, and even the up tune kind of sounds really awful still. The update is actually worth it. If you do a lot of live looping or doing a lot of acoustic solo gigs with the HeadRush Prime, or maybe you're using like just loopers in general and you're just a looper player, like, make the switch to HeadRush Prime, get a HeadRush Prime, update it. The update's actually worth it. The drum machine is sick. A lot of the features are sick. There's also a lot of stuff I didn't talk about, and because of that, I'm going to put the PDF file for the download in the section below so you guys can check it. There's been a lot of bug fixes and a lot of UI improvements as well. And then last but not least, if you guys enjoyed the video, if you found it educational and you enjoyed hanging out with me, please consider following or subscribing depending on what platform you're watching on. And make sure to check that notification bell so you know when I go live. I'm going to get back to uploading 1 or 2 videos a month again, and I'm going to try and play catch up with stuff as much as I can. I'm also going to be uploading a lot of new content and different content away from the HeadRush Prime, as well as some major announcements for rig packs I'm going to be selling and getting involved with my website and stuff. So thank you guys for everything you do. Thank you for hanging out with me. It's because of you guys I continue to make these videos. Have a great rest of your day, and I can't wait to see you guys next time.